Hey everyone, Patrick Wagner here, Digital 100, episode number 23. Super excited to talk to you guys a little bit about probably a subject you've heard a lot about, social media stats. And again, it's not stats because I want you guys to focus on stats. I've actually found a very simple dashboard that allows you to set up all your social media profiles for free. And that way you can monitor your stats and see what's happening without turning it into all of your social media efforts being about your stats. So what I find is that the platforms and the way content is designed and the way we've been trained, everyone's always looking at the content and judging the number of likes and looking at the comments and always in this perspective for the numbers. So I found that if we could put a simple social media dashboard together and you could put all of your information there, and you could simply come back when you need to on a regular basis, daily or multiple times a day, and see your statistics, it would be a much easier place and a more holistic view of seeing everything in one spot. So you wouldn't be jumping between platforms, not really being able to see some sort of congruency between your efforts. So, you know, there's a lot of social media programs out there. Some of the big ones like Hootsuite that you pay quite a bit of money for and are very complicated to manage for most people. They do have a lot of these cool functionalities, but again, you have to be quite good at figuring out how they work and setting them all up. So I worked through a bunch of different dashboards. There's a couple of big ones out there like Clipfolio, very popular, but their free version, you can barely accomplish anything. It's pretty much not even worth doing. And most of them are like that. They give you one element for free, or they give you a free element for 14 days and then they force you. So there's no point in making a dashboard that you're gonna have to delete, or I'm never going to try to sell you something that says you need to go buy this service just to achieve something that you can do for free for yourself. So in fact, this service I'm sharing is free, and that's why I wanted to test it fully over the weekend to make sure this is the right solution to provide you guys at no cost. And you can set up all your social profiles, including Google Analytics for your website, all in one place. So let's jump into that. Okay, so let's see, there we go. So this is the company, and it's called Dasheroo. So one destination for all business performance metrics from all your favorite applications in one beautiful free dashboard. So they obviously do a lot more than just the regular dashboards, but as a free service, they do provide this. And so I went ahead and set up just the initial dashboard for myself. I included my favorite social media profiles, my Instagram profile, my Facebook profile, my Twitter profile, my YouTube channel, and they also added the Google Analytics for patrickwagner.com. These tend to take a little bit longer to load, so when you do get this all set up, I find this catches up after, 60 seconds or a minute or two, those stats. Everything else is on par, and you can see a day-to-day change in what's happening on all your profiles. Now, just so you know, it's free. There are no additional features. So any features you see here, like send via email, export functionality, every single feature will require you to upgrade. So if you can make this dashboard and get it all set up and you don't require anything else, you're good to go. Now you're set with a beautiful free dashboard you can log into multiple times a day. Now, if you want to use some of their fancier features like sharing the dashboard with others, sending links, adding more value and alerts, you can do that. But for the average person, and I would include anybody who sells social media or consulting services in digital marketing, should be setting these up for both themselves, their employees, and the businesses they're helping. So I would advise everybody to have this running for their profiles, as well as anybody that they're working with or for, doing the exact same thing. And that way you end up with one place where you see all your stats. And that way you're not stuck jumping between platforms, getting distracted by content and wasting time. or being influenced by looking at other people's contents and then starting to judge your numbers, your likes, or whatever. I find this dashboard separately allows you to look at your stats in presence a few steps away so that you're not so caught up in the content and what it's producing. You can see everything across your social profiles and your website, and that should give you a good gauge of what's happening, and it connects the dots for all of your profiles. I think at that point you get a much better feeling, and it lets you ignore these stats when you're actually producing content and when you're on those social media platforms. You can focus your efforts on creating content, engaging with people, and finding new people to work with, instead of trying to figure out how to game the system to get more likes or more followers. I think it actually frees you up. So go ahead, create the dashboard, log in, create your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, social media profiles. Also your YouTube channel can be included there. They do have a whole bunch of additional stuff. I included my Google Analytics information there. So you're pretty much set to go. You've got an awesome dashboard. You can look at it multiple times a day. At this point, I think that's a good starting point, and anybody out there who has any social media profiles, especially if it's a business, a brand, or you're trying to sell in any way, you need this type of a dashboard to be able to see what you're doing. I think it's great for business owners, and I think every business owner should have this type of a dashboard to look at rather than jumping between analytics platforms and insights within social media. Stuff is just horrendous and complicated and convoluted. With a simple dashboard, you can see everything in one step, and you can make decisions from there and go forward. Plus you can look at past days that did really well and dig into the content and the engagement that happened on that day to learn from those events as well. So go ahead. I'll include the links in the message below. It's dasharoo.com. Take a look at their free dashboard. Go ahead, set it up. Once you've got it set up, send me your feedback. Tell me if it's working for you, if you got everything set up correctly, and then give it a few days to kind of catch up to your stats and then start displaying kind of the trend and the direction where your stats are going. And it's a great way for you to keep on top of all your social media stats that are important while separating them from your content. Have a fantastic day and keep building digital business.